Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today we're reacting to The Mind of Michael Jordan, Confidence by Pyotrex Productions. I'm excited for this one, man. I want to learn more about what makes Michael Jordan so crazy, his confidence, his mind. I want to take a deeper dive into it. If you're new around here, I started watching ball in 2010, finally doing my due diligence to learn about legends of the past. Part of that is Michael Jeffrey Jordan, the GOAT, as I've come to learn. And I want to know what his mind, like, people call him psychotic, dude. People call him a killer mentality kind of guy, and I want to know why he was so confident. So let's check out this video and see if we can learn anything new about Michael Jeffrey Jordan. Let's go. Why are you so confident, boy?
Me, I feel like
Bruh. This is where I lose my
I'm the
confidence.
most fierce
It's
competitor.
when my computer just starts buffering and and it sucks. You know what I'm saying? I want to learn about the great Jordan. Let's go.
There is. I don't think I'm ever gonna find something equal to the game of basketball for me. You know.
What an intro.
Have you ever gone on the court and been afraid?
No, I've never been afraid. I mean, obviously you're nervous, but afraid means you're not confident in your skills. I have total confidence in my skills, so I'm not afraid.
It's a good way to put it. Fear means you haven't prepared well enough. Nerves are inevitable.
You had the utmost confidence. Your confidence level was through the roof. Where is it now?
On top of the roof. I don't think my confidence changed. I wouldn't have come back into this situation lacking any confidence that I can play this game. And I know I can play this game. And I know I can play it at the highest level and successfully. So I haven't lacked any confidence.
Who's your favorite guy to play against?
Myself. Because a lot of times I had to battle with
I'm telling you, man, Michael Jordan's biggest and best competitor was himself, was his own mental.
myself to keep challenging myself.
Have you ever been afraid on the court, ever? Against
Never.
anybody?
Never.
Have you ever been intimidated by anybody?
Never. I mean, these guys put on their shorts just like me. I don't fear anyone on the basketball court.
You know what's so interesting about that? He said each one of them puts their shorts on like me. The other guys could think that just as much. Like, he's just a human like me. But for some reason, these guys just didn't. Like, Jordan was just so much better than them that it was inevitable that they felt fear when they were going to play against him. You know what I mean? They might not use the word fear, but fear of losing, fear of getting embarrassed, maybe.
What it's all about on this level. If you believe in yourselves and your skills, you know, in which they have skills, you know, I mean, you certainly can compete in this level.
Because at this level, nobody's bad, right?
Nobody's bad. I mean,
You're talking about the cream of the crop.
it's the mind. If you got,
You
if
think
got
it's
the
more
right
mental
mind.
than physical?
Yeah. I mean, you got a lot of guys who with the ability, but yet don't have the mind, and they're not in the league. You know, a lot of guys who can run and jump and probably shoot, but if they don't have the killer instinct or the confidence in themselves to perform those skills,
You got to really kill teams. Send a message, send a sense of fear to whoever you're going to come in that building.
I wonder if there's ever been somebody who's been like a top 10 talent and it's never materialized because the mental wasn't right.
We don't mess around. When you come in, you're 10 points down.
Jordan. Oh, yeah. Where did he go?
All those things we were trying to send that message.
Was fear of failure a motivator?
I never feared about my skills, you know, because I put in the work.
Put him away, MJ.
Work ethic eliminates fear.
Yes.
You know, so if you put forth the work, then what are you fearing? You know what you're capable of doing, what you're not.
Fear. What's your big fear?
Snakes.
Snakes. Just any kind of snake?
Any kind of snake.
Doesn't have to be
All
poisonous.
right, fair enough.
Don't be
Hey, fair enough, dude. I'm right. If there's a snake in my house right now, I'd be freaking out.
afraid to try. The worst thing that can happen is it doesn't pan out the way that you envision it. But at least you know that by giving it a shot.
Tell me what you were thinking about when you were going in for that jam and, you know, with Magic over there on the sideline. Were you thinking about what you were doing?
I was thinking too much. I knew in my mind, I think I was going to throw it off the backboard as I did in Miami 2 years ago. And I just got so damn anxious with the ball that I just couldn't grab it. And I kept trying to grab it, And next thing you know, it's just gone. It was really embarrassing, but, you know, everybody makes mistakes. Well, more
Inbounds pass comes into Jordan.
I like that.
Here's Michael at the foul line. A shot on Elo. Good! The Bulls win! They win!
And so when he hits the shot, go home, motherfuckers, go home.
Get the fuck out of here. Go fucking anywhere, but you out of here.
That shot gave me the idea that I could be better than what people think, and I can, you know, surpass any expectations that I may have for myself.
What was your call on that last play?
That was get the ball, Michael. Everybody get the fuck out of the way. Go to the basket.
It's a great play call.
I just took the shot. I felt I was open. I felt confident, and I felt within range. And you know, when I got it, I just kept fluid motion and went straight up and made the shot. So I made it with a lot of confidence, not with no doubt or anything.
I think that.
I love the words that he's using here. He's mentioned that people make mistakes. He's human. He's mentioned that he puts on his shorts just like anybody else. He's human. He mentions he get nervous. But what he doesn't do is admit to doubt. He doesn't admit to fear, which I respect that, man.
My offensive game has reached its peak right now in the way that I'm playing and the confidence that I have in my offensive game.
There's a lot of conversations about what your game is capable of achieving. And I'm a firm believer that if you have a good game, your game is going to say that. You know, you don't have to say it. So I guess just trying to play down some of the trash talking, you know, animosity that's in words and the whole promotional thing. Let your game be your promotion, your marketing tool. I only talk trash to people that I knew, my friends, Patrick Ewing, Bird, Magic, those type of guys. But I never talk trash to people that I didn't know or people I'm just meeting. And if they did, my game always did my talking. I never say anything.
Have you ever met anyone?
You know, I did 2 videos on if Larry Bird or Michael Jordan is the best trash talker. I think that statement right there proves that it was Larry. Because Larry would go up to people he, like, for the first time is meeting and just immediately trash them. A rookie, immediately trash them. I like that Jordan said, I only let my game do the talking if I don't know them. I respect that.
One that you felt was as competitive as you are?
No. I just feel that, you know, my competitive drive is far greater than anyone else that I've met. You know, I think that I thrive on that. I think that's my biggest motivation in life, you know, is to compete, you know, find different competitions in certain things in life and try to overcome that, you know, be it positive or negative. But I have yet to meet someone who is as competitive as me, you know, and I just feel that much confident about my competitive drive.
If I was in my prime, who would I want to play one-on-one with? That list is very long. Start off with Jerry West, Elgin Baylor, Kobe Bryant in his prime, LeBron in his prime, D. Wade in his prime, Melo. That's a good start. Yeah. I don't think I lose. Other than Kobe Bryant because he steals all my moves.
When you're on the court with either of those guys, do you ever say, wow, I wish I could do that, or I wish I would have done it that way?
Yeah, I'm amazed by certain things that they do, and sometimes it is a sense of trying to intimidate, imitate one of those players.
Or intimidate, too, whatever the case might be, right?
But I love playing with those guys because you know they're going to be very competitive. They got hearts just like you. They want the ball when the time is running out. And they're one of the greatest players in the league, and sometimes it's great to play against players like that. And
you know, I know it's going to be a lot of opinions about who's the greatest team of, you know, forever. I mean, when you look at the Celtics, you know, they got 16, 18, I don't know how many championships they got, but they never won the championships when they had 28 teams and so much parity in the league at this era. So that means something to win 3 in a row, knowing there's so much talent in this league now, so much parity in this league. You know, that's going to be a heck of an argument by anybody's standard. So we feel we must be considered one of the best teams ever.
I could definitely see that being used against him because I love it in the moment. Like, you're right. At that time, the parity in the league was great, but I'm curious how people will feel about that present day where, like, role players have gotten a lot more skilled, especially with, like, three-point shooting and defensively and athletically. People have just gotten better. I'm curious if he would agree with that sentiment or if he still thinks that people in the 90s played maybe just more with more heart, more aggression. But I'm curious to think what he would say there.
So that means something to win. You know, they got 16 team of, you know, forever. I mean, when you look at the Celtics, you know, they got 16, 18, I don't know how many championships they got, but they never won the championships when they had 28 teams and so much parity in the league at this era. So that means something to win 3 in a row, knowing there's so much talent in this league now, so much parity in this league, you know, that's going to be a heck of an argument by anybody's standard.
Man, I wish I could ask him how he feels about the current day of the league. And, like, the repeating nowadays, I wonder if he would view that as differently as when he three-peated. Because no one's three-peated since Shaq and Kobe. And that was not that far. That was still within 10 years of when he made this quote.
So we feel we must be considered one of the best teams ever.
I agree with that.
Personally, I mean, individual goal was that Magic, Bird, Isaiah never did this. So that meant a lot to me to do it for the third time. Yes. You know, I won't say that I'm better than those people, but I think in terms of success, continuous and consistently, that puts me right up there with them, if not, you know, a step above them.
I like that, dude. I like that. I like how he said it motivated me to do this because Bird, Isaiah, Magic never did it, but I'm not calling myself better than them. I like the way he worded that. It has a mixture of humbleness, but it's like a humble brag. You know what I mean?
That's enough, isn't it?
Enough for you?
Enough for you.
No, it's never enough. It's
Okay.
never enough as long as you compete. You know, it's always great to win. That's why you compete. And I think, you know, we're going to certainly try to do this for the fourth time. You know, but right now, the third time was a lot of damn work.
A lot of people put us out of this whole series, and you know, I opened my mouth a little bit, and I challenged the guys. I challenged myself and said we can win in 4, but we didn't win in 4. We won in 5. I don't care how many we won in, we won, and that's all that counts.
Now everybody's, well, they were lucky. You know, they were lucky the first time. Now do it again. Maybe they wasn't lucky. Do it again. But this team is not bad. You know, and the mentality of your leader, starting with Phil, getting to me, getting to Scotty, and then to the rest of the team was, okay, let's find a way to stay up top. That means we got to go this extra mile. You know, we got to go a little harder. You know, we got to go a little longer. You know, we are old.
That's a good point, man. People will try to discredit your championship and be like, you got lucky that one time. But when you do it 6 times, it just completely breaks that narrative. And I respect that he brought that up, because it probably irks players like who only won one time. Like, think of Anthony Davis in the bubble. You got lucky, man. It was a bubble championship. Doesn't count. And he hasn't been able to win again. So to some people, it's like, you got lucky. It must be so refreshing for Jordan to be like, yeah, we won 6 of them. It wasn't luck.
And sure, we're tired. It's been a long season. But mentally, we have a vision. We have a finish that we have to attain, you know. And sometimes you have to do it when you're old and you're tired, you know. And I think it's the test of your will to succeed when you have to deal with, you know, some of these negatives. And I'm pretty sure, you know, by the end of this playoffs, you'll see the old and the tired people were very, very young and strong mentally. But I felt like we still had a good chance if we would have kept the team together. Now, that was a big decision from the Bulls standpoint. We'll never know, but it's great for thinking, great for conversation, great for debating. But in my mind, I really believe we could have won 7. And if it was 7, then, you know, competitive nature would have been, let's keep going. You know, let's get to 8, let's get it to 9, until someone beat us, until I actually lose in the finals, which was it never happened. You know, I think we could have. I like to see us stay together.
Man, what I would have given to see him go up against the Shaq and Kobe Lakers, dude. If they could have stayed together, I think they beat the Spurs with Robinson and Duncan. But do they beat Shaq and Kobe? I think that's a really good question. And do they beat Hakeem's Rockets if he doesn't retire that first time? Those are all amazing what ifs.
I can remember a game coming off the basketball court, and we were down, I don't know, 5 to 10 points, and I go off about 25 points, and we come back and win the game. And we're walking off the floor, and Tex looked at me and says, you know, there's no iron team. I said, Tex, it's not. It's not an iron team, but it's an iron win.
Lambeer is very, very dirty in terms of, you know, you can see Lambeer. He doesn't jump well. Yeah. He can't block a shot. So, this is true. I mean, this is not to be knocking him, but you know, you got, let's say myself on the break and he's on the break. You know, he's not gonna block my shot. Right. I mean,
talk that talk.
You really think he would? No. See, that's what I'm saying. So to see him coming at me with full steam ahead, I mean, it's only to knock me over, knock me off balance. Can't block my shot. I already said that. I got Air Jordans on. He's got to do something.
And if that was the case, if it was something that I
probably was chasing, I would have never gotten it.
You've never gotten it. Because, you know, a lot of kids think they're going to be like you.
That's the whole point. If you chase something, then sometimes you never get it. If you put forth the work and all the attitude, next thing you know, it's bestowed upon you.
Wow. That's terrific.
I don't look at this moment as a defining end to my relationship with the game of basketball. It's simply a continuation of something that I started a long time ago. One day you might look up and see me playing the game at 50. Oh, don't laugh. Don't. Never say never. Because limits, like fears, are often just an illusion. Thank you very much. Look forward to it.
Can he come out of
We
retirement?
went into the huddle, and Phil told Michael, he said, Michael, I want you to take the last shot. And Michael said, you know, Phil, I don't feel real comfortable in these situations. So maybe we ought to go in another direction.
Shut up, Steve. Be funny. Good video, dude. Really good video. Love. Oh man, he sounds so humble when he talks. I think that's what really sticks out to me, and I'm sure to a lot of you guys, is he knows he's the best player, but he's still gonna speak humbly. To not, I don't know if it's mind games, like he doesn't want to agitate other players or he doesn't want to motivate other people, so he remains humble. Because it's easy when someone's really prideful and bombastic and out there to be like, I want to shut him up. But when you stay humble, even though you just three-peated, like, what do you really say to the guy? You know what I mean? Really good video. Love learning more about the mind of Michael Jordan. These are some of my favorite videos, man. Hearing him talk, hearing his thought process, really well done. Big shout out to Pilotrex. Original videos down in the description. Let me know if there's other mind of Michael Jordan videos I should check out. Appreciate y'all. Have a great day, night, whatever time of day it is for you. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Deuces.